Probably is going to impact some areas in and around Selmer. We'll go back to the debris product. We haven't really seen anything show up yet on the debris tracker that I'm aware of. So I guess that's the only bit of good news is it may be a weak tornado and it's not kicking up debris very high, which is definitely a possibility because it's this little supercell thunderstorm. So the verbiage on this one is that it is a brand new tornado warning for a confirmed tornado until 1:30 p.m. That's an hour. Moving to the northeast at 50 miles an hour. It does include most of McNairy and Hardin County. Again, this was confirmed by a weather spotter, has confirmed this as a tornado. Jordan, what do you got?
The wording is they're very certain that there is a strong tornado on the ground in Memphis. The National Weather Service is pretty suggestive of that with what their wording is in chat. We're starting to see this donut starting to take a shape with this newest scan. Yeah. We've almost got a full circle wrapping around that area of circulation. So Selmer, you are running out of time. You need to be in your safe space along with Bethel Springs, farther downstream, Adamsville, Morris Chapel, Box Elder, Purdy, Holtzville in Hardin County, Crump, I would take shelter, Saltillo, Cerro Gordo, Bucktown, Havana, all the way to the Tennessee River. If you are in this polygon, this is the most serious storm of the night, folks. Take this one. This one's the one you need to take seriously. Yes,
heading right into McNairy County. There, look at that hook echo. That's about as classic as it gets. There is definitely a tornado on the ground from what we're seeing here on the radar. It is tracking to the northeast. I'm going to get inside here and give you some other town names that definitely you need to take shelter. But Selmer, you need to go now. Do not hesitate any longer. If you're in Selmer, you need to be in your safe spot. So here's where we think the tornado is, and here's where we think it's going. So Adamsville, Morris Chapel, Crump. So there's a look at the communities that are in the path of this. That does include Purdy, Old Lawton, Gilchrist, Adamsville, Morris Chapel. So we'll get in here closer, right at the center of rotation. So it's right there. It's going to come in Selmer Elementary School. It's going to be very close to this. Rose Creek over 64, Bethel Springs, it's going to be very close to you. Falcon, going to be very close to you. So again, right down here in the middle, see if we can get even some street names to show up here. I'm not sure we have street name coverage down into McNairy County, but obviously Rose Creek, Falcon, Bethel Springs, Purdy, Old Lawton, Gilchrist, Adamsville High School, Adamsville, Morris Chapel, and then if it continues down the road. So tornado is on the ground south of 64, heading right into Selmer right now. As far as the debris tracker, we're still not seeing that yet. Anything showing up on the debris, but we're waiting for that any scan now. Sometimes the debris tracker is difficult to see, especially when you get a ways away from the radar, but we're not seeing anything showing up there yet. But very classic signs of a tornado with this storm. Jordan, you agree with me? You're not seeing anything on the debris yet?
Not yet, but it's showing signs that it's picking up smaller things. We're starting to see a lot of green start to move into that part of the hook where we would expect the tornado to be. Of course, we're not really certain until we start seeing blues, blacks, whites on that debris tracker. But again, any kind of change in color right in that circulation is going to be something we're going to keep a very sharp eye on, because this is confirmed. It's on the ground. We know it's there. But again, the radar is just not doing us any favors helping us spot it. But we're watching this very closely.
Yeah, so I mean, you can see it on the velocity pretty well where the rotation is. It's just west of Selmer. That is in this. So this is where the rotation is. Again, and it's heading right into Selmer right now. We can get a couple other looks at different radar product on it. So it's been racing towards Selmer. So there's no doubt that it is coming through the town of Selmer. So, and And I think once it does, then we'll see if there's some debris, unfortunately, associated with it as it comes into a populated area like Selmer. If you're watching us in Selmer, you need to head to your safe spot immediately as we're watching this tornado, which is confirmed and on the ground, heading right into Selmer.
They're going pink with the next downwind warning. We've got that's the next step up. We'll give you the wording on that, Joel, real quick.
Yep, this is what they issue before a tornado emergency. So this is the 3rd out of 4 level on a tornado. They are calling this a particular dangerous situation. Weather spotters confirm tornado. So
they've also upped the hail size to baseballs.
All right, so baseball size hail. Selmer, please, safe spot immediately. And if you are in Savannah, it's time. Adamsville, it's time for you to get the kids up and get ready to go to where you need to go. You got probably about 10, 15 minutes till it's in Savannah, maybe 10 minutes tops till it's in Adamsville. So you need to get the family members up. If you are in Selmer, you need to be there already. But if you're watching us in Adamsville, it may pass just north of you in Savannah, but I think a better chance it goes through Adamsville or Morris Chapel. So we can kind of go back on, so it looks like maybe it's a little bit further north than where I have that line. So let's try to draw that out again. Maybe it is moving a tad bit to the north now. So we're right through there, Selmer. So yeah, I think it probably goes just north of Savannah, but it's going to be really close. So right along this this stick here north, so Purdy, Old Lawton, you need to be in your safe spot. Gilchrist, Purdy, Adamsville, probably need to get there soon. Box Elder, south of Morris Chapel, and north of Savannah. So that's the latest on this tornado warning. So this is what we have. We've got a rotating little supercell that is now right into the Savannah area, and it is tracking to the northeast pretty quickly, around 50 miles an hour. We started out with a tornado warning, then we've got the confirmed tornado, which is the pink, and now we've got the particular dangerous situation tornado. If it goes to black, that's a tornado emergency. I think they are waiting to see what happens as far as the debris. It really hasn't picked up any debris yet, so we'll see what they decide to do as it comes into Selmer, Bethel Springs right now, where you need to be into your safe spot in those communities. And then again, it's going to ride right up the highway there. Should stay just north. I believe that is Highway 64. I think the center of rotation stays just north of 64 as it comes on through, tracking over right through the Purdy area. So here's the latest on the rotation. It is coming into Selmer right now. This, you need to be, again, Selmer, it's too late probably for you to not get in your safe spot. It is right on top of you in Selmer. So it looks like maybe areas just west and north of town, maybe drifting just north of Falcon, but there is a pretty ugly situation coming into Selmer right now. So get away, if you're in Selmer, get away from windows, get to your basement, make sure that you get, take your cell phone with you if you're in the path of this storm, by the way. Make sure that you can get our coverage on our Facebook page, probably the fastest for you. That's WBBJ News. You can also get our coverage on our app, but it's fastest on Facebook, YouTube. Look it up on your phone, as you're going to want to get to your safe spot, get away from a TV, unless you can hear your TV in your safe spot. But this is coming on in right into Selmer currently. You should know a plan right now. We've been talking about this for a week. So get your plan in order and get to your safe spot as the storm is coming on in. Again, try to relax. If you got to get up the kids, try not to panic, but you need to get to your safe spot as this storm comes on in. Jordan?
We've got another affirmation, same spotter. Tornado is on the ground in McNairy County, 3 to 4 miles west-southwest of Selmer. You are almost out of time. If it's moving at 55 miles per hour, it's going to be on top of you in 3 minutes or less. So let's get it's go time, folks. Falcon, it should pass to your north, but still head to your safe space. Bethel Springs, Purdy, Old Lawton, Hickory Flats, Adamsville. You've still got time. Go take your safe spot now. We can zoom in. This is going to pass very close to the 45-64 interchange on the west side of Selmer.
Jordan, what do you think on debris product, you think that's anything there?
I think it's yeah, that Memphis is confirming that's a tornado debris signature.
Yeah, I think so, right there. So again, tornado is on the ground, lifting debris, heading into Selmer immediately. So Selmer, you need to be in your safe spot right now. If you're down path of this storm, oh, there it is. Please, Selmer, safe spot right now. This storm is on top of you. There is a tornado on the ground moving into Selmer. So it's right on 4564, right where those two roads go together. It is going to continue to track to the northeast into Purdy. Purdy, safe spot now. Bethel Springs, it may stay just south of you, but I'd get in my safe spot anyway. Old Lawton, Hickory Flats, Leapwood, Adamsville, this is coming your way. You got about 5 minutes maybe in Adamsville before, so get the kids up, get to your safe spot, get ahead of this thing, get us pulled up, our live feed pulled up on Facebook, get our live feed pulled up on YouTube if you can. Get the blankets, get the helmets, get to the safe spot, get to the shelter if you got one. This storm is coming, it is on the ground, confirmed tornado, running right into Selmer right now. So here is a look at the picture is pretty clear. That's an obvious tornado that's in the Selmer area. It may be just north of Selmer where the actual tornado is. It depends on how big the tornado is, but we're looking at maybe 1.5 miles north of Selmer proper. So North Selmer is definitely, I'd say, more concerning than if you're in South Selmer right now. But again, it all depends on how big that tornado is. So again, we're starting to get that donut. It's probably rain wrapped right now, so we may even lose our spotter who was able to see it because the tornado is right here. So it's probably wrapped up in rain currently. So the spotter was probably right here watching it. Okay, but now he might not be able to see it because it's got that rain wrap going around it. So, but we don't need the spotter anymore to confirm it because we can see it on the debris product, which is going into Selmer right now. So confirmed tornado, looks like passing just northwest of Selmer. So again, if you're southeast of Selmer, you might miss out on this. But if you're northwest, it's going to be rough. So please get to your safe spot. Again, if you're in the Selmer area, there's still a debris signature as this moves into town right now. Go ahead, Jordan. What are they saying?
Oh, we've got debris lofted up to 20,000 feet, folks. If you are north of Highway 64, you need to be in your safe spot. Purdy, Old Lawton, Gilchrist, I'd take shelter even though you're on the south side of the highway. Adamsville, Leapwood, you're probably going to get some hail here in the next several minutes. We'll zoom in even closer. No more time. Hickory Flats, you as well. Morris Chapel, again, Holtzville, Box Elder, all these towns in McNairy, Hardin County. It's on its way. It's moving 50 miles per hour, 55 miles per hour. It's going to be there within the hour. We don't have any extra info from the National Weather Service in Memphis, but this is about as serious as it gets.
Yes, be surprised if we don't see an upgrade to a tornado emergency if it continues to look like this. There's a look at timing through Purdy, Old Lawton, Hickory Flats. If it continues, it may be Adamsville that gets the tornado emergency, by the way. So this is Selmer. That is debris. That's what we look for our debris tracker. That's Selmer just took a direct hit from a tornado. Areas just northwest of Selmer. It is going to track up to the northeast into Old Lawton. Here's a few of the other communities, but this is the general direction that it is moving, folks. So again, I think Savannah, it's going to be very close. I think it stays just north of you, but it may turn right, not likely. So you need to watch us very closely in Savannah with this situation because, again, this may end up being very close to you, especially if you live north of town. So again, we'll go back to the latest radar images we have. We've got a donut right now over Selmer, so it is a rain-wrapped tornado just past, I think, to the north of town. Between Bethel Springs and Selmer is where the, I believe the actual tornado is right where that hole is. It's coming right into Purdy. Purdy, it is on top of you. If you're in Purdy, the tornado is there. So it may pass just north of Old Lawton. It's going to be very close to Leapwood. But the tornado is coming right into Purdy right now. So, Jordan, I'm going to look at a different map structure, a thing that I have that I might be able to give some other communities that aren't showing up on our map. So why don't you take over real quick on 2?
Gotcha. I'm going to pull up, I'm going to show you what's called gate-to-gate shear. I'm going to click on 2 pixels going in different directions, and they're going to show you 2 different numbers. Now, 85 miles per hour inbound, 19 miles per hour outbound. That is over 100 miles per hour. That's about 105 miles per hour, 104 miles per hour, and that's elevated. We are looking, this shot is from the Columbus Air Force Base radar in Mississippi. This at least has 104 mile per hour winds on it. So folks, that is a strong tornado to say the very least. But we're not going to put an EF rating on it. But that is power from roughly 150, no, not 150, but maybe 100 miles away from the radar. And it's that clear, that strong, that high up in the sky. We're going to keep a very close eye on this. Again, Adamsville, you need to be in. It's go time, Adamsville. Crump as well.
Storm is going to be very close to Adamsville here in a few minutes. It probably is going to pass just north of the Robert Sipley Airport. Carroll Trucking Regional Services along Gann Road in Purdy, close to Purdy Wright Cemetery, K&G Landscape, heading for Old Stage Road. And again, as it moves eastward, it is going to be very close to Adamsville. Adamsville could be a direct hit. It may pass just north of Adamsville, but for the most part, we think it's going to cruise just north of 64. It's going to be very close to Robert Sipley Airport here in the next few minutes. So there's a look at the tornado again. It looks like it's rain wrapped now. Anything new from the National Weather Service, Jordan, as far as maybe upgrading this to a tornado emergency?
Not yet. The upwind storm that's about to cross into Fayette County, West Tennessee, is also confirmed on the ground, but nothing concerning our current PDS warning. Nothing yet.
Okay, it's again riding just a few miles north of 64. We can put on our tool here. It is 3 miles north of 64. Okay, so we just got a new scan. Right, it's right in the Purdy area right now, which is again just north of 64. So it may pass just north of Adamsville, but if you live on Old Stage Road, it is going to ride up Old Stage Road east of Purdy and then cross 224. Again, Adamsville, I wouldn't take any chances, but it's going to be real close. It may just miss you to the north, but it's going to be extremely close. So I wouldn't take any chances if I was in Adamsville. I'd be in my safe spot right now, especially if you're north of town at all with this cell. So here is the latest on the rotation. It's been spinning for a while, starting to get a little bit of range folding. Yeah. So again, Adamsville, I wouldn't risk it. For some of the lower rotation looks like it may move right into your area. So. Adamsville, even if you're south of town, get into your safe spot right now. You only got a couple of minutes till it shows up. Morris Chapel, it's going to be very close to you, may pass just south of you. Yeah, if Adamsville's north of 64, like I think it is, this is going to hit maybe some of the places that got hit with the tornado a few years ago. It's going to be very close to that. I know a lot of people have PTSD from that one. But this one's going to be very close again into the Adamsville. Box Elder, Crump, and again Savannah. It's going to be very close to Savannah as well. So
we've got another reaffirmation. They're calling it a wedge tornado now. So folks, not only is it on its way, it's big. We can just take the velocity scan alone with our ruler again. It's not 5 miles wide, but again, it's a very wide circulation, yes, but we'll zoom in a little closer here near Purdy.
So it looks like it tried to, here's the line I drew earlier, Jordan. If you look, it's almost like it's trying to turn maybe a little bit left and go north. So that's the only thing that may save you guys in Savannah or maybe even Adamsville, is if it gets stronger and begins to move to the north. So, but again, no reason to risk this. If you're in Adamsville, it's going to be a close call, very close. Hickory Flats, Old Lawton, Morris Chapel, Leapwood. There's no reason to even think about risking it. That is still debris. See this right here on the Max 1? This is still debris from the tornado that went through sections of Selmer. So again, I'll go ahead and give you this. We'll do a 15-minute scan here on this. This will show us where the debris is tracking, and it looks like it's going to be very close to coming into Adamsville again. So Adamsville, safe spot immediately, especially, yeah, because Adamsville looks like it's north. I thought it was right on 64. If it's north of 64 at all, this is going to be very close. Please get in your safe spot in Adamsville. If they haven't got the kids up yet, do it immediately. Try to be calm, get to your safe spot, get to your shelter if you have one. This storm is still on the ground. Again, a National Weather Service is calling this a wedge large tornado, which means this is likely at minimum an EF3 tornado with winds up to probably 160 or higher miles an hour. That is coming on in. If you're in a mobile home, you need to get out of it and get to the safe shelter if there is one in your mobile home community. If you do live in a place that has a storm shelter, get to the storm shelter immediately if you're Adamsville or anywhere in the path of this storm as it continues to come on in. Again, Savannah, you notice you're down here. I think it stays just north of you, but it is going to be so close that you need to stay with us here for at least the next 10 minutes or so. We'll continue to track where we think the center of this is going, but you can clearly see where the debris was lifted in Savannah, and it's going to be very close to Adamsville, if not going right through Adamsville. So please, if you're in the Adamsville area, there's no more time to wait. Take this seriously. This is no joke. Jordan?
I'm just waiting on an update from the National Weather Service, but again, folks, it's not looking good. It's about, we can give you, we'll put a ruler to it. It's about 5 miles from Highway 22. That puts it about 5 miles from Adamsville. Looks like it's gonna miss Old Lawton, Gilchrist to the north. But again, folks, this is not one to play around with. I don't like looking at that velocity signature, debris signature, and there's a donut on reflectivity, folks. We've had struggles finding rotation all night, and now we have it right in front of us, and it's even harder to look at. Folks, just take this one seriously.
Yeah, this storm is the type that can take your life if you don't respect it. So you need to do what your tornado plan is, that we've been telling you to worry about, to get it planned, to get it set with you and your kids all week. We've been telling you, so that plan that you have, you need to put it into its go time in the plan. If you're Evansville or Adamsville, looks like it's going to stay past just north of Hickory Flats, but here is where the tornado is located with this storm. It's right here, okay? And it's going to track very close to Adamsville. It may pass slightly to the north of Adamsville, but if it does, it won't be much, and it all depends on how big it is. If it's a half mile wide, it will still hit you in Adamsville, even if it passes a mile to the north. So again, we may go 1 mile north of Adamsville. But if it's a wedge tornado, there's a chance it's coming right into areas in Adamsville as well. But if you are north at all of Adamsville, this is coming, folks. I'm sorry, but it's on the way, and it's going to be there in the next couple of minutes. So again, please take your phone with you to the safe spot. You can watch us on WBBJ Facebook page. Just go to WBBJ News. You can pull up and watch our live coverage there as we continue to track this storm. Again, some other communities that I'm trying to get to pop up north of Adamsville. Right, it's going to pass right along Highway 69, Coffee Landing Road, Sibley maybe, Morris Chapel. It's going to be real close to Morris Chapel. It may pass just south of Morris Chapel, but Holtzville, Hooker's Bend, Cerro Gordo, these are all places that it's going to get very close to. So again, those are some other communities that are next up in line as it's coming into Adamsville within the next couple of minutes. So I think the thing that shows it the best is the debris tracker, because that's where you can really see where that debris is being lofted, unfortunately, and it's Scotts Hill. That's this one right here. So that's out until 2 a.m. That is for 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-size hail. So that's going to impact Scotts Hill, and it's going to chase the supercell that produced a tornado off to the east. So this one looks like Scotts Hill, you got some gusty winds and some rain on the way. Sardis again, Decaturville, although the tornado warn storm is going to pass south of Decaturville and Parsons.
Joel, I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're going tornado emergency for this storm in southeastern Fayette County. So that's going to be Moscow. You're in this. Grand Junction, Salisbury. Tornado emergency. This is the highest level of a tornado warning you can get issued. Take this extremely seriously. You need to be in your safe space now. I'll give you the updated speed. We'll put a track on it and give you a time. It's going to be moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. That's going to be moving very close to Grand Junction here within the next 30 minutes. So that's going to put it Early Grove at 124. That's still in Mississippi. Grand Junction at 139. Van Buren at 149. Folks, it does not get any more serious than this. I'm going to take all those off, and then we're going to switch back to correlation coefficient, our debris tracker. And folks, that's arguably a bigger debris signature than what we saw in Selmer. So folks, take this one seriously. 45 in Fayette County along Highway 57. It looks like it's going to travel just to the west of Highway 18. But Grand Junction, I would not play around with this one. Hickory Valley, Middleburg, Bolivar, you're downwind of this. So pay very close attention to this storm as it crosses into Tennessee.
All right, we're picking that storm up as well now on Max 1. We will continue to watch the situation over into eastern Hardin County and southern Decatur County, but we're starting to see some good news with that. It's still rotating, but it's about to cross the river. So the last thing we're going to say, Bath Springs, Gumdale, you got a couple minutes with this one. Stay in your safe spot for about another 5 minutes if you're in Bath Springs, Gumdale as it crosses the river. We'll check on you back in a minute, but a tornado emergency, very ugly looking radar scan here for the Early Grove area. So very obvious velocity signature, and we can take a look at a couple different velocity products there, each showing pretty significant rotation there. So we also have our debris tracker on that. Clearly see a debris ball there. With that, I believe that's right there into Early Grove. So tornado on the ground, large tornado. So we'll try to give you more on the tracking of the communities. I know most people in Fayette County are watching the news out of Memphis, but I know we got people that watch us into Hardeman County, and if it continues this path, could eventually be close to McNairy and Chester County again. So again, a very dangerous storm that'll be moving into our viewing area here shortly. So again, tornado emergency, those are the worst things we want to hear. They only issue those when they think that there's danger to life, significant danger to life if you don't pay attention to the forecast. So I'm trying to re-rack my graphics on one, Jordan, so why don't you take over for a minute so I can get rid of some of these old ones from some of the other storms.
All right, folks, this is going to come very close to the intersections of Tennessee Highways 18 and 57 near the Hardeman-Fayette County line. So Grand Junction 45 is going to come very close to both of you, but I feel it looks like it's going to, if it stays on its track, it's going to pass between the two of you, right along Bolivar Highway, that's Tennessee Highway 18, where it would come close to Hickory Valley, Van Buren, Middleburg, eventually Bolivar, where it would on its path would follow Highway 125 to Shandy. Tune, I would pay closer attention to this. Before we get any farther downrange, let's give you an update on the debris signature, because folks, this storm is powerful, to say the very least. So that's a very wide debris signature. We'll pull up the velocity for you. That storm relative will pull up the actual velocity scans. Turn off the polygons for a second and give you just an estimate of how fast the winds are, with at least with the radar beam. So these are a little elevated, but that's going to be, again, 46 plus 68. That's going to be close to 110 miles per hour of rotational velocity. So again, these storms they're starting to pack a punch. And we have an update from Tennessee Emergency Management. Jackson, Tennessee weather radio just went down. So,
all right, so sounds like we just lost our weather radio, but I think we're out of the severe weather threat in Jackson. I think this storm will stay southeast of Madison County, but it could be close to Chester County as it comes on by. So again, we'll take this back up to the top. There's our tornado emergency. The tornado is on the ground at Early Grove right now. So that is in right here. That's right on the border of Mississippi and Tennessee. That's tracking up to the northeast. The storm is moving about, you said about 45, Jordan?
50.
Okay, so we're looking at a 50-mile-an-hour storm. The tornado would be right here. Continues in this general direction. Again, Bolivar, you're going to be awful close to this. So there's a look at some of the communities that could be impacted by Hardeman County when it gets a little closer. And then if you're watching us Henderson southward, you need to keep an eye on this. We'll have a better idea of exactly where it's going to go in about 15 minutes when we get some more data on the path it's going. But you notice we go back in time. It's been on the ground, it looks like, for a while. And so kind of just a general rule, it looks like it was north of this town. So we're going to put our little stick on here like we did with the last one. Okay, so again, it's going to be very close. Probably go south of Bolivar, may go north of Selmer. Regardless, it's going to be close. But some of the other communities, if it continues the same path, close to Grand Junction, Salisbury, Van Buren, Lipson, Hebron, Hornsby, again, Robertson, Massey, McNary. So again, very close to where the last storm went, which, by the way, is now crossing the Tennessee River. So again, it's going to be very close to where the last one went. So we're going to have to watch it real closely here as it comes by. Still a debris signature showing up there. So no reason to believe, Jordan, that this is not still on the ground.
Right, a debris signature that profound is not. That's exactly why they issued the tornado emergency. You don't get them that clean that often, and that's usually with the strongest of the strongest storms.
And it is looks like right into the Early Grove area. I think it stays south of Moscow. But Grand Junction, it's going to be a very close call for Grand Junction and Michigan City. If you're in those locations, you need to be in your safe spot immediately, as well as Salisbury. Again, I know you're waking up your kid at 1:30 in the morning. It's not what anyone wants to do, but it's what you have to do if you're in the path of the storm and get to your safe spot. You got some time, got a few minutes, stay calm. Get what you need to get. Hopefully you've had your plan ready. We've been talking about this for several days. So hopefully you got your plan enacted and you're doing it right now. Jordan?
National Weather Service in Memphis took a power hit. So for the time being, we are under the jurisdiction of the National Weather Service in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Okay. Shreveport, Louisiana is keeping an eye on this. The radar should work still just fine, I think. I believe it has generators on the radar. So we'll find out if we lose radar data. Hopefully not. If it does, we've got a couple other radars that can take a look at it. They're not as good a look as Memphis, but there's some radars in Mississippi that we can use. So, but we're still on the National Weather Service radar right now. Early Grove is being hit right now, unless the radar data is old, and it's coming into Grand Junction. So
yes, I'm going to go ahead and make the executive decision to swap to Columbus Air Force Base. It's already in Tennessee, Joel. It's getting eerily close to 45 along Highway 57 between 45 and Grand Junction.
you're talking about using the Columbus radar?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so the radar's way behind on Memphis, so we're going to get rid of it now. We'll see what happens when it comes back. But see, that's the Columbus radar. That's Memphis. So Memphis's radar is down. So you don't have any more time if you're in Grand Junction. You need to get to your safe spot immediately. I'm going to reset a couple of my other graphics to make sure that I'm getting updated radar data on these as well. So, all right. Again, it doesn't give as good a view as on the reflectivity, but it's what we're going to use because we don't want to give you old data with the storm. Eventually, Memphis's radar will get back up, and I think we'll get some images. But it's surprising that they don't have a set of generators to keep them up and going. We took a power hit here and lost power, and our generators I think they're still running. But anyway, so we've got a tornado warned storm here. Tornado emergency about to head into Grand Junction. I know Hickory Valley, Bolivar. I think it's going to stay just south of you, but it's going to be very close, Bolivar. So you need to definitely keep it here on us. But I think the tornado is going to miss you in Bolivar. Could be closer to Middleton as well. So all right, now we're back to the Columbus radar. Is definitely showing the rotation. It's picking it up as well as it's heading right into Grand Junction. Again, Hickory Valley going to be a very close call for you, and Salisbury going to be a very close call for you. But probably continues between 18 and 57. Van Buren, probably a rough spot. Libsyn, Hebron, also going to be taking very close calls from this tornado. Let's see if we can get some debris tracking stuff maybe out of Columbus as well.
We can. We very much can. It's just to the southeast of 45. It's between 45 and Michigan City.
Yeah. So there's the debris as it's heading into Grand Junction right now. So there's the debris, and so Grand Junction, you're going to take a hit from this tornado. So you need to be in your safe spot. Hopefully you got your plan enacted, and you're going with your plan. So as it is, I believe it's on the way. So as far as we know, it is still a confirmed tornado. They still do have the tornado emergency, but again, the National Weather Service out of Memphis is no longer watching the storm for us. We're the guys in Shreveport. I've worked with them in Shreveport. That's my last job when I was in Tyler, Texas. I worked with the National Weather Service in Shreveport. They're good guys. They got a great crew down there. They're going to take good care of us. But hopefully they're able to get hold of the Memphis radar here soon and get that back up, because that's important for us to have that. But the guys in Shreveport are using all the other available tools at their dispense. So again, got a tornado. Still, you can see the debris. There's actually a couple different areas of debris with this. Did you see that, Jordan?
Let me roll this back a couple.
There's something near Moscow and Grand Junction. So I'm not exactly. I mean, is that two different areas of debris? Maybe. I mean.
One of them may be debris being lofted and then catching a downdraft upwind, maybe. But then again, it's also right there in a little bit of range folding from the Columbus radar.
So our previous confirmed tornado that went through Selmer, trying to get that up right now. That looks like that is now across the river. So that one is done terrorizing us. So that one's good. There's still that severe thunderstorm warning out for Scotts Hill, but still very ugly. So I'm not sure this image is live. I think this is an old one. So I'm trying to get rid of all the old images that I have from the Memphis radar, by the way. So if you've been watching it on your own phone, you have your own radar, and you're looking and you're getting that information that it's old data from the radar out of Memphis. So again, this next tornado is likely to be extended, but we're waiting on the guys in Shreveport to decide what they're going to do with this storm, which looks like it's very close to Salisbury, Grand Junction right now. That's clearly still on the ground, I think, for what we're seeing on the radar. I'm going to come back.
We should be getting Memphis radar back momentarily, per the National Weather Service.
Okay, so here's our storm. I'll head over here to the wall. Sorry, needed to sit there a little bit. We've been standing for about 10, 12 hours now. We've got this inflow notch right here. Okay, that's where we think the tornado is, just east of Grand Junction. We'll have a better view at this with the Memphis radar. The storm is tracking to the northeast, heading over into Hickory Valley. Right there through Grand Junction, this is where we believe the tornado is on the ground right now. And it's going to track up to the northeast. There's probably both debris. We're probably seeing two different debris. Just one that's in a different level of the atmosphere. It could be lifting debris so far up into the atmosphere and we're kind of a ways away from the current radar that we're using to pick up that debris. But once we get the Memphis radar pulled up here soon, we should be able to see some better information. But definitely a tornado still on the ground from this storm. Very dangerous storm for sure. Grand Junction, it's going to be a rough morning for you. For the people that are not impacted. The town's going to be a little different, I think, tomorrow, unfortunately. Got a couple more graphics I need to delete here that are still from the previous storm that we were tracking that is now moved on out. By the way, we have meteorologist Mo Shamel and meteorologist Brian Davis. Mo is healthy now, for those of you, thanks for everyone who did reach out. Mo's doing better now. Him and Brian Davis are in here now. They're going to take over the coverage here because Jordan and I are going to have to be back tomorrow. I think we got more severe thunderstorms coming in tomorrow. But obviously, Mo and Brian are great. They got you covered. They're amazing meteorologists. So looks like we still do have that severe thunderstorm warning heading over to Scotts Hill. There's one little notch there that we're keeping an eye on. But our main concern is this storm down to the south. No longer a tornado emergency, but it is still a considerable dangerous tornado according to the latest update that we did get with this storm. So you can see it pretty well on the velocity. This is the obvious radar signature of a tornado. You got the bright reds, the bright greens right next to each other, and it's sitting right over Grand Junction right now. We also got debris moving right into Grand Junction. Bad deal there. Sorry, folks. The storm is going to probably track just north of Salisbury. Again, it has a northeasterly component to it. I think it stays south of Bolivar, but again, not what anybody wanted to see here tonight after we had a pretty quiet afternoon and early evening as far as the tornadoes. But I figured we wouldn't continue to get so lucky. This one's been on the ground for a while. You can see the clear rotation on it. We can even go back to when it started, put it up through Grand Junction. And here's Hornsby. It could be coming your way. So I'll show you some of the places I'm worried about now with this. Again, if you hear your community, get your kid up and get ready to get to your safe spot. That's Van Buren, Libsyn, Hebron, Hornsby, Sarleys, I think that is. It should stay just southeast of Bolivar. How far south of Bolivar? I'm going to show you. We're going to be about 7 miles southeast of Bolivar. So if you live on 125, you're southeast of Bolivar, you know how far you are. 7 miles is the danger zone. Maybe 5, it could be 9, but 7's right in the middle of where we think this thing's going to track, right through Hornsby. May eventually be an issue there for Robertson, McNary, Fanger. You're going to be close. If it continues to rotate, Hickory Corners, Robinson. So you're all under that brand new tornado warning we just got. So brand new tornado warning is out according to the National Weather Service. It is a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado, 60 miles southwest of Bolivar, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. Particular dangerous situation. Large tornado still on the ground. Again, likely to pass just south of Bolivar. So I'm going to wait for a minute for Mo to get his system set up. Mo, he's got some great special graphics. He's going to get them all ready for you guys to track this tornadic storm before it gets into Chester, McNary, or Hardin County. It could be very close to Chester County. Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and pull that. We'll put this in a loop again. I just want to make sure that when we draw our line here, that we get it right. Okay. So if it continues here, okay. If it continues, again, it may not. It looks like it may pass just north of Selmer if it continues the same. But Hornsby, Bethel Springs will be close. Sardis, it's going to be very close to Chester County. I think it stays south of Henderson, but it may clip some of the southern tips there of Chester County. Places like Robertson, Masseyville, McNary's going to be close. Enville, Hinkle, Sardis. So again, this is if it holds together. It has been confirmed now for about an hour, and if it continues this direction, that's where it's going. It'll stay out of Madison County. It may even go just north of Hardin County. Savannah, I don't think this one's going to hit you unless somehow this thing makes a drastic change to the right. But as of now, it's been keeping the same direction. Confirmed tornado on the ground. These are what we talk about when we say high risk. We say long-lived, large, long-track tornadoes. These are them, ones that are on the ground for 50 miles they can be as they come on through.